Gate 94, Revolution, the gate of principles. Ideally, the transformation of forms based on the highest principles and not simply for power. This is the gate of revolution, at once pure energy and the capacity in the wave to reject, and at the same time, potentially aware and ritualistically spiritual. In the design of mammals, this channel forms one of the three cross-species connections between animals and humans. This is the channel of animism and the exaltation of animals as gods. The 49th gate has sensitivity to interact with animals and is the gate of the breeder, taming and breeding animals to ensure food resources. Revolution is the potential awareness to know what and whom is needed or not to maintain or restructure the community. It seeks the support of the 19 in return for the guarantee of food, social access. On the mundane plane, sensitivity is the political left and the stream of instinct, the political right. The risk with the principles of this gate is the nature of the solar plexus. When determined by emotional energy, the revolution follows the wave of hope and pain. The hope of power to the people becomes the pain of starvation in the gulag. Line 1, the law of necessity. Revolution has no support unless it is perceived as necessary. Exaltation. The understanding and application of this law to maximize expansion of support and thereby ensure viability. The awareness that the potential of a principle is based on it being accepted as viable. Detriment. The misuse of influence to insist that necessity can be created out of action. The helter-skelter syndrome. To commit acts of disorder as proof that disorder exists. Oversensitivity to rejection that can turn a principle into crusade. Line 2, the last resort. Exaltation. The determination to exhaust every possible peaceful avenue for change, and then when satisfied that no other course is possible, to plan in detail before revolution is attempted. The potential to explore every possibility before rejecting. Detriment. The overwhelming revolutionary urge that is impatient with accommodation and negotiation. The tendency here is the coup d'etat that has little general support. Impatience with accommodation. Line 3, popular discontent. Exaltation. The ability to destroy antiquated forms once the restrictions have been removed. The potential insensitivity to reject failed principles of relationships. Detriment. Pluto in detriment with general support. A savageness in eliminating the old order that may permanently scar the new. An insensitivity in rejection and rejecting. Line 4, platform. Exaltation. A political and social agenda embodied in guarantees to human rights that ensures a just and valued replacements of the old order. A potential sensitivity to the needs of a society. Detriment. Promises, and only to guarantee support with little possibility of implementation. A potential to insensitively take advantage of the needs of society. Line 5, organization. Exaltation, practical provisions for the needs of others in revolutionary times, which ensures support and continued understanding. A potential sensitivity to the practical needs of others. Detriment, a concentration on the organization of power to clearly define authority, often at the expense of higher principles. A rejection of higher principles in seeking to organize others. Line 6, attraction. The power of revolution and action to expand its support. Exaltation, an innate impressionability that transforms the fence-sitter into the committed. The sensitivity and potential to embrace and transform others. Detriment, stubborn and often fatal. Rejectionism. Oversensitivity that leads to rejection of principles and others as a rule.